Hi, my name's Jorie. I am a senior at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse, and this is my video project for my nonprofit organizations class. I chose to work with United Way, picked up some of their merch. If you want some, go volunteer. I'm sure they would love your help. So I just met with Liz from Great Rivers United Way, but my camera died and none of it ended up recording, so I'm just gonna re-go over some of the stuff we talked about. She gave me a lot of good information that I think would be very pertinent to this project. So a little bit about United Way's history. A common phrase they use is proud of our past and challenged by our future. So what that means to me, after learning about the nonprofit, is like United Way the way they started is so cool. As a community chest and welfare federation in 1949, so people could pool their money together and then it would get dispersed, accordingly. People don't have to think about where their money is going as much, and that's what United Way's whole purpose is. They want to take care of that middle step for people. They do all the vetting, they make sure the money's being allocated to programs and organizations that they believe help make a difference in the community, kind of based on that Compass report that I'll mention again later. So yeah, 1949, the community chest and welfare had three purposes when it was first started. The first one is to provide a means for agencies and the community to work together for the best possible program of health and welfare services for the people of La Crosse. The second one, to study and define social welfare problems and human needs. After the problems have been discovered, to find ways and means to solve them. The third, to raise and disperse funds for voluntary member health and welfare agencies which provide services to the community. When United Way was funded in 1949, they started with just 7 agencies: the YMCA, the YWCA, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, and the Salvation Army, the La Crosse Home for Children, and the La Crosse Welfare Association. So since that, they've grown tremendously. United Way's mission is to unite people and resources to improve lives and strengthen our communities. Their vision: all individuals and families in our communities will achieve their full potential through education, income, and healthy lives. Their values are collaboration, integrity, and advocacy. So I'm just kind of reading off the website right now. Great Rivers United Way continues to be our region's premier fundraising organization. There are currently 27 local agencies certified to partner with United Way, and 78 programs are funded through our community investment process. And if you just look at the programs that are funded, you can see all of these coming to light. Joe Biden once said, "Don't tell me what your priorities are, show me your budget, and I'll tell you what your priorities and values are." And I think that kind of runs true with United Way. They obviously have certain values and certain priorities, and you can see that's where their money is going, which I think is really awesome. Something United Way is definitely doing right there. But Liz also was kind enough to give me this sheet from 2016 with a list of United Way's partners and the programs within those partnerships that are being granted money. A couple common ones that everyone knows: Hunger Task Force, the Essential Health Clinic, Boy Scouts, American Red Cross, Boys and Girls Club, Salvation Army, the YWCA, Girl Scouts, and there are a bunch of others too. This sheet is actually outdated in that United Way reaches 3 additional counties as of now. So her job is, she's kind of in charge of the funding. She also puts together the Compass statement that's released every year, and if you look on United Way's website, there will be a bunch of information about it. But what it basically is a assessment of community needs, and how that information is taken is from distributed surveys. I think she said they reached 55,000 households. And of that, they got a 12% response rate. They also gather information from different websites based in the city, I think. The Compass report is a collaboration of a bunch of different sources, all kind of rolled into one, specific to La Crosse. And that Compass assessment is used to kind of figure out where United Way's funds are going to go and how they're going to spend their money. They are funded mostly through the employee campaigns, which means that they'll kind of reach out to businesses and then they'll reach out to their employees asking like if they want a chunk of their paycheck to go to United Way whenever they get paid, whether that be bi-weekly or monthly. The challenge, however, with that, Liz was saying, is that there's never enough money. And funding for nonprofit organizations has continued to go down over the years. People are getting paid less, they have less money to give up. Or she said that they'll choose to give their money directly to nonprofits rather than through United Way, who is like a community chest, essentially, which is what they started as. People donate to United Way, then they won't have to like sift through nonprofits and figure out what's legit and what's not, or what programs are worth the community's time. United does that for them. In 2018, United Way used 317 volunteers, and volunteers are in charge of like really important things here. So like they'll go through applications for grants and they'll score them based on a ranking system to determine where United Way is spending money. So once they score and rank and vote on those, the decided upon programs will then be sent to the board of directors to vote on, and the board of directors is also all volunteer. So yeah, 317 volunteers in 2018, and Liz said they currently have about 10 permanent staff members, and they're hiring another girl soon. Some of their plans. When I asked her about United Way's plans for the future, she showed me this. If you can see that, it's their strategic plan, a vision for 2022. So Liz has been working closely with this. It's different from strategic plans they've used in the past in that it's less inward focused and more outward focused. They lay out specific strategies that they're going to implement, and then they also give a list of the indicators of success, which I think is going to be super effective for the community. It gives people like specifics they can look at to measure whether or not United Way is making a difference. That being said, though, these indicators of success are not the only thing that's going to be impacted by the strategies that United Way is implementing. It's just saying that like these are at the top of the priority list right now, and this is where we really care about growth. During my work with United Way, I chose to do 2 poverty simulations.
Assigned a community, a family member, you may be a breadwinner, you may be a single parent, you may be newly unemployed, you may be headed for jail.
Yeah. Can I bring a baby to school?
No.
We could use additional security, I think, for our shelter because there's been some criminal activity recently.
How many neglected their children? Look at these. How many of you cheated, stole money, or did something else illegal? Wow. That's kind of a lot.
And I left my baby on the table. And I came back and it was gone. Turned a lost baby into broken arm and a fracture and chemo. That'll kind of take up your whole month, I guess.